So here's the deal. Recently, the Australian government has asked the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security to consider a package of reforms to national security ideas. These ideas relate to the Telecommunications Interception and Access Act of 1979, the Telecommunications Act of 1997, the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation Act of 1979, and the Intelligence Services Act of 2001. These reforms give the government surveillance over our communication data. Essentially, those in the Australian government see the reforms as a way of keeping ahead of terrorists, agents of espionage, and organized criminals. They want to access our information in order to protect us. But what is this information they're accessing? What exactly do they mean by surveillance? The information they are accessing could in fact be anything. Whether it be a post on a social network site, or a payment made through a secure system, or a private chat with a family member, your information will be available to the government. And while the reforms now give responsibility to service providers to protect sensitive, private, or classified information, they still have an obligation to give it to the government when requested. All the while, funding for this new role of service providers may cost consumers upwards of $700 million a year. What's more, service providers are now required to retain client communication data for 2 years. You cannot delete data permanently. While the Australian Intelligence Organisation, or ISO, can access information by request, the right to search our private property still requires a warrant. But even the laws surrounding warrants have been altered. In the past, the duration of warrants lasted 90 days, but the reform has altered the duration to 6 months. ISO may also alter or delete data during their search. While they say that their main concern is keeping up to date with technological advances as a means of responding to and preventing acts of crime and terrorism, what they are essentially doing is creating a stockpile of information that would be readily available for any hacker or said agents of terror. And while they're searching for any evildoers, they also have access to all of our private information. Not just the things you put up on social networks, but even on the networks that have been guaranteed as protected servers. Our information is now in their hands, and it is in their hands for longer, with them being able to alter and delete data to suit their needs. Our private information could so easily be taken advantage of in the name of protection. So this is where you come in. Now that you've seen this video, you're aware of what's at stake and should join us, Ghosts in the Shell, in our protest against the new reforms. Our main goal is to prevent Parliament from invading our privacy and endangering our communication data. Our main mode of action is the spreading of awareness. This is as easy as liking our Facebook page or sending this video along to friends or colleagues. The more people know about this, the greater the force of resistance will be. The rest is up to you.